Welcome to this blog post. This blog post is called 7 Success Strategies for the Conscious Creator. And I just want to give you a little bit of background to it. Like all these audios that I do on the website, we're not strictly going to stick exactly to the post. The idea of this is to help you understand how you need to think differently given that you're actually dealing with and trying to understand reality as a state of consciousness rather than a solid physical place. So the success strategies that we've all talked about, that we've all been taught over the years, it's a good time to see whether they actually apply, and if they do apply, how, and actually how we can do things differently. Because once you begin to accept, understand and experience reality as a non-physical state of consciousness, then the way to create success becomes very different. So if you've got any questions at the end of this post, please just post your questions below and I'll get back to you and love to explore that with you. If not, just welcome to the post. So here we go. So given our new understanding that the reality we experience is not a physical place at all, but it is like a dream. It's like a self-created state of consciousness. We explore how this relates to success strategies for the conscious creator. So that's key there, because if we're involved in a state of consciousness rather than a physical place, then it's more like a dream. I'm not saying it's not real, but it's created in similar ways to a dream. There's been so much written about success, how we create it, and yet we're on the verge of new understandings now. So there's very little known or written about success from the perspective of reality being non-physical. So what does that mean? So do the same rules apply? Do we need to do something different? Now we've got this brand new knowledge. So here are 7 success strategies from the point of view of the conscious creator. Now there's plenty of other stuff that I could have talked about, but this is a great introduction for you, I hope. So number 1 is to understand reality for what it is. Now that means understanding and accepting reality as your feedback system, that you create your own reality, quite literally, and that reality then reflects your inner thoughts and feelings. Now, given this, the only way to create the success that you want is to treat it as that reflection, okay, as a reflection of your inner thoughts, because your thoughts come first and then the experience. So treat reality in that way. And there'll be other posts based on some other ideas I've got around that. Number 2 is to learn to identify and change your beliefs. Now, given that your beliefs literally form your reality, now it's done completely unconsciously. I mean, I don't even know how I'm speaking right now, but I am. And that your beliefs actually form at an unconscious level the reality that you experience. It's exactly the same for me. And because of that, it's then essential, in fact, it's beyond essential for you to explore your beliefs in light of your feedback system, i.e. your experience, and then learn to change them accordingly, to remove the experiences you don't like and to create those that you do. So number 2 is learn to identify and change your beliefs, and that's a big can of worms, let me tell you. Number 3 is to become aware of your emotional reality, or the reality of emotions maybe would be a different way to think about it. Now most people think that an event comes before the emotional reaction to it. So you have an event and you go, oh, I'm not happy about that, or I am happy about that. But the truth is, it's actually the other way around. It's quite the opposite when it comes to the nature of creation. When an event comes into your life, it is in fact created by the emotions that appear to come after. It's just that you're not aware of the emotions until the event happens. Have a think about that. Now your emotional reality comes first, so learn to create positive and life-affirming emotions, and your reality will respond in kind. And I've done that and it works really well. Number 4, reality itself should be thought of as an idea construction, first and foremost, i.e. a creation of thoughts that are then formed through the 5 senses. So when you understand reality as an idea construction, you begin to understand that once you change your ideas, you change your construction, therefore you change your experience. Number 5, think in terms of all or both rather than this or that. Now, what I mean by that is that most people tend to get caught up in very linear and single thinking, that it's got to be that their life has to be this or that it can't be that and that. And this is really very limiting for a lot of people. So begin to think in terms of both, that you can have this and that, or you can have that and that and that at the same time. So broaden your acceptance of what's possible for you, and therefore you'll begin to have that in your life. Number 6, think in terms of probabilities. Now, there is another post coming up on this very soon, maybe in the next few days, and there'll be a link here for that if there's not one there right now. So think in terms of probabilities and not possibilities. This is very important. Now, so many people exploring the nature of reality, law of attraction, this type of thing, and how it's constructed, allow their mind to go a little crazy. They kind of say to me, hey, well, if I can do that, if I create my own reality, then I can fly, can't I? I can marry Brad Pitt, I can go back in time, I can do all this kind of, I can walk through walls. And because they go so extreme in that way, what they do is they cut off all the other experiences that are in between where they are right now and the idea of marrying Brad Pitt or flying or whatever it is. Now, the truth is there are some limitations. I'm not saying marrying Brad Pitt is a limitation, but there are limitations. And when you think that everything is possible for you, that's not actually true. Okay, everything from where you are right now is probable. So think about where you are right now, and then think about what is probable for you right now. What's one step away from where you're at? So is it possible you can marry Brad Pitt? It's maybe possible, but it's not probable. Okay, so I hope you see the difference. Now, probabilities are another term that we're going to explore in the nature of reality, but think in those terms, because working in probabilities helps you stay centered within yourself. And from there, you work out from the core of your experience, and you take steps into reality that you want, rather than these kind of massive leaps into events. If you take a massive leap and say, well, if I create my own reality, I can do this, I can fly, and then you don't fly, then that's going to hurt your confidence. And, it's just too big a leap for you. So think about what's the next step, what's the next probability that you can go to in order to create the life that you want. Number 7, start from where you are. Now, the truth is that we're all somewhat unaware of our beliefs, the nature of reality, and that we do have some insights, and I'm sharing them here. There's a lot more that we could do, but the key to success is to tend your own garden and start with it right now, today. So what are you experiencing? What are you feeling? What's your reality feeding back to you? Start there and you're in the right place. Don't start looking at other people's reality. Don't say, well, that is for them and that is for them. Think about you. Come all the way back to you and think about what are your ideas, beliefs? What are the things that you want in your life? And try and reduce the drama down by stop thinking about other people in the same fashion. So there are 7 tips there. The first one is understand reality for what it is, which is a feedback system. Number 2, learn to identify and change your beliefs. Number 3, become aware of your emotional reality or the reality of emotions. Number 4, reality itself should be thought of as an idea construction. Number 5, think in terms of all or both or rather than this and that. Number 6, think in terms of probabilities, not possibilities. And 7, start from where you are and tend your own garden. So that's it. I hope that's interesting for you. And if you've got any questions or comments, please add them below. I'd love to hear what you think. And then look out for the next one, which is all about probabilities and the nature of experience, multidimensional reality, and how the soul may be not what you think it is. Have a great day. Bye-bye.